There's no love in the heart of man. Too much violence in the land. We need more love in the heart of man. Father sit down with his sons, teach them not to use a gun. Rising will be their potion. Don't base it on emotion. Train up your child in the ways.
Hi, this is gospel artist Piper Laundry out of St. Martin. You're hanging out with you. Too much violence in the land. Whoa, whoa. There's no love in the heart of man. Been singing for the past years. A lot of people wonder who I am, so just bring this program so you can know who I am more, so we can fellowship more together.
Too much violence in the land. There's no love in the heart of man. Too much violence in the land. We need more love in the heart of man. Father sit down with his sons, teach them not to use a gun. Rising will be their potion. Don't base it on emotion. Train up your child in the way.
Glad to be a St. Martin. I think sometimes people feel funny of where they're from, and I want to encourage, while I'm on that note, never embarrass to tell people where you're from. But actually, I'm a St. Martiner. Sometimes people will give me names like I'm from Dominica, I'm from Jamaica. They give me all kind of different ways, you know, but I'm a St. Martiner. The new song that I've wrote, Too Much Violence in the Land, I think that's summarized because today we live in a world globally where violence affects everybody, and all over the world got violence. When you talk positiveness and people are aware, they will get your message, and I think that's what violence has done.
Too much violence in the land. Oh, we need more love in the heart of man. Hey everybody, this is Sean Jacquet. I am vocal director for Too Much Violence in the Land.
Violence in the Land is backed up by Sean Jacquet. Who we all saw and love, and of course, great man, great anointing, great talent.
I was the vocal coach for Too Much Violence in the Land, and we had so much fun in the studio with my other background vocals, Shakia and Anik. It was pretty much easy because I was working with really professional, mature singers from St. Martin.
Sean is great at what he's doing, and I admire that. And that's why I give him that area and tell him, you work on the vocals, because he's trustable in that area. So I can big him up on that. When I approached the different band members about violence in the land, they didn't give me no hard time. They was like, Piper, let's go for it. And that's a working relationship I have with them that I love. I can call them, even in the midnight hour, they will answer. To use an example, because they see when people understand your vision, and I want to say this to encourage somebody, they will run with you with it.
I'm Michael Wilson. I play the guitar on Violence in the Land.
Anik Moses.
My name is Justin Shiverton, and I'm the drummer for the Anointed Ones, and I'm from the beautiful island of St. Martin.
My name is Elcardo Morris. I'm the bass player for the Anointed Ones.
They know that I'm a person when it comes to being positive about reaching people with a positive message. I would love the message to get you. They know that. So they don't give me no hard time.
Working with Piper is interesting because he's a creative artist.
His music speaks for itself. He has so many music back then, and now being part of this new project is like it's a privilege. It's a benefit.
So it's very nice working with Piper. He's very uplifting, and he encourages you very much in what you're doing.
I do want to thank them right now for what they've done. They has done a tremendous work, because people tell me that all the time. Okay, here's where we hang out in our little band room here, and you got Sean and Anik doing it for the Lord. Of course, we got Justin on my right here. He's the drummer. You heard him play real professionally. These guys are talented. You got Mikey, well known. This is Mikey. This is the doctor here, you know. Of course, and we got Brother Elcado. So me, I will say this not because Elcado's here, I'm saying this. This might surprise him. He didn't pass me a note, but I'm saying it from my heart. To me, he's one of the best bassmen I play with so far in the gospel. He's very talented. I think Elcado raised up most of his life playing in church, you know. And great young man, I love the Lord too as well. So good to have him. And of course, I'm Simple Piper. Mikey is a good friend of mine and as a brother. And me and Mikey talk most of the time. You know, we I will go over by his house, you know, because he's also full time like myself into music.
I started playing music at 12. I started playing keyboard at 12. Started out in a local church with my mom, and she's an elder. Learning hymns, learning gospel songs. Then I moved on to bass, moved on to guitar. Started playing guitar when I was 16. My mom bought a cheap $100 guitar for me.
I want to congratulate him as well because anytime I go to him, he don't turn me down neither. So and he love music. So when you call on him, he always ready to play. You know, like, and we talk on Skype most of the time, Facebook. So we often keep in touch often. Well, when I approached him on the song "Too Much Violence in the Land," he was glad because he also saw concern about, you know, too much violence, you know, is all over the world. Because I think people can get a vision and run with it when they understand it.
Violence in the Land is definitely a message that can relate to anybody.
The message really kicked me, and I fell in love with that song right there.
A touching song that, you know, will just make you feel glad inside to know that there is a better way of dealing with things, and we need to get more love in the community, more kindness, more togetherness in the community.
And the message of the song, I think, speak to him as well.
Good songs don't have a timeline to write. It's based on inspiration, and good inspiration doesn't take long to manifest itself in a song. So, I mean, the song is a message, and a message comes from the heart.
And that's why I remember he mentioned him at the end of the song, you know, with a little piece he played, you know, going out, when I'm saying badness is out of style, because it was a part to get real powerful there, letting people know the violence gotta stop, you know.
It was all of us idea. We were just sitting down in the studio and we decided, you know what, let's do a solo at the end as it's coming out to show exactly that the aggressiveness and the violence that is really going on, because violence is aggressiveness, overly aggressiveness. So
he played it out at the end, you know.
What style was the end of Too Much Violence in the Land?
The style of the ending is kind of like, you can say reggae, but kind of dance hall. Or some people can even throw it up and say it's kind of rock.
In Terry speaking, that would be considered a rock solo, which I just figure is a form of expression.
But they still have the reggae feel because of what is happening in the reggae. I can sing different style. I can do it R&B, I can do it soul, but I think it fit better in reggae. There's a good working relationship with Mikey. I thank God for that.
Piper has been around this music scene for the last 20-something years.
At what age I actually began to play music? I can't remember the age, but I know I was a little kid. So I remember a lot of girls will come around, and even little boys, my friends them in school, and I'll make up song on the girls and I won't study the boys them. I would make up she looking nice, you know, and different thing, you know, and they love that. Is every woman eager, you know, to hear those things. But it was positive, okay? So we still saying positive. It was not out of the way just because I was trying to express my talent at the moment. But thank God today now my gift has emerged, to a better way. And I'm sending out each and every day a positive message to the people.
As far as his writing ability, he writes with more of a message than more musical. So it's more of a message with him than the music.
His work speaks for itself. He has several projects from the past, and now hearing this new project right now, I mean, his voice is really, let's say, the music is updated right now, and his voice sounds even better on the track. The way he sings, the way his and when he sings, it's not only for like to sound good or whatever, but he tries to make a point every time he sings, and I hope that everyone gets the point that he's trying to show love and sing about God and everything that he does. He tries his best to be a leader.
Too much violence in the land. There's no love in the heart of man. Too much violence in the land. We need more love in the heart of man. Too much violence in the land. We need more love in the heart of man. The people in the world need a change of heart. People in the world need a brand new start. People in the world, they need a change of heart. The people in the world need a change of heart. People in the world need a brand new start. People in the world, they need a change of heart.
Well, my love for music came about. I remember going to church, little kid. It was a must, and I thank my parents for that. It was not like force, but it was like, it's good, so go to it, And I thank God I have not regret that day. I started actually playing a tambourine in church, For the people who don't know what's a tambourine, I mean, you don't even see them anymore. But a tambourine is this round thing with a lot of little bells in it. And when you shake it, it make a lot of noise. You can hear that thing. It's like a hurricane coming. I'm just kidding, You can hear it. So I started playing tambourine in church and praising God and singing those songs. And there was no keyboard, no drum. But actually, my first instrument that I played was drums. A lot of people who know me way back will know that. I used to play drums, and I was getting on a good level. But then after a while, my love for keyboard, just grew, because I think keyboard is an instrument just to encourage somebody. When you can play a keyboard, you can also create drum beats. You can create bass. You can create guitar tones. You can use them all in there. The keyboard like a leading instrument. Everybody will agree that a keyboard is a leading instrument. In every group you see, any choir, any band, is always a keyboard and always is recognized. Even where I played at church, people always look up to me, Piper, what we do next or what? What does music mean to me? I'm just here hanging out in the studio, and that's a lot, can speak. You just see me play violence in a cappella style, you call that. That's usually how a lot of musicians does. They freestyle their music. And actually on the CD, it's not freestyle, it's studio. And that's what I tell people, the difference of live recording and studio recording. And that's the experience you are experiencing right now with me. And it's a joy to have you viewing. So stay tuned to the program, man. Actually, I was home one day and I was praying as an artist, as a psalmist, gospel artist. I believe that you always have to take time and spend with the Creator and hear what He has to say. I believe inspiration is actually that. So I got up a day and I was praying and I was saying to God, and there's a lot of violence going on in the world. Can you give me a song? Can you give me a message of hope? Not only a message, because anybody can talk about violence, but a message of hope to the people. I find myself singing a song, and the song was brought that way. That's my experience with the song. I went over to the keyboard that you're seeing right now, and I started to play the song. So I take it to the band, and we all sit down, they listen to the song.
We heard the song, and at first it was, okay, this is another hit, because we have a lot of songs, and all of them are really good songs. And I was really impressed by the lyrics of the songs and the melody and everything, and we just took the song and now it's magic right now.
When I first heard the lyrics that Piper gave to me, I really took it in deep, because knowing my environment and everything that's going on right now, it was really touching. To me, I almost wanted to cry, because the words are just there, and it tells you what's going on exactly in the community, the hurt, the pain of the youth and everyone out there.
At first it was, okay, this is another hit, because we have a lot of songs and all of them are really good songs. And I was really impressed by the lyrics of the songs and the melody and everything, and we just took the song and now it's magic right now. The song is going to be really good, and I can't wait for everyone to hear it.
Of course, the drummer for the band, he often said that whenever I get a song, I will call him.
He always calls you and be like, man, I got a song, I want you to hear it. So I came up to the studio, and the whole band, he introduced the song to us, and we fell in love with it that same night.
What I love with him is that he always follow my ideas. You know, if I come to him with a song, he won't like diss it all, but he said, Piper, you got another song, you know? And he get excited, I get excited, and I want to make it happen even better.
In my mind, I'm like, I gotta get the right beat for the song, because if you don't got a right beat, I don't feel like it would send a message out as we wanted to.
I call up some of the members, we meet one on a practice now where everybody come together, and then I share the ideas, and then we all build it from there, and I think that is a wonderful experience. But I always make sure, and this is what I want to advise a lot of people who make songs, you always got to have an idea, because you try to go and find the idea while you're talking to somebody, confuse them. So it's good when you have the idea. Like me, most of the time when I make a song, it's not only like some people just write a song on a paper, or they will just record. These days you got it so easy, you got recorder, you got your phone. I got my phone, which I bought, which gave me that privilege to put it on recording, and I can just sing and I can remember the melody. Some people long ago I couldn't do that, so it's a plus. You can write it, you can record it. So what I do, I make sure I get sometimes I will just hear the melodies after in a song. And being a keyboardist, I think it is more easier for me, so I can go on the keyboard and just, do the music, and play it, I mean, even the keyboard kind of answering me there, How music has changed over the years, I, as an artist, recognize it, because back in the days when I started, as I said, the different style that you're hearing today was not there. But I haven't regretted, because I think today music has upgraded, as everything. Let's use an example. Some people like to talk, subtle thing long ago was better, some subtle thing today better. I will agree, because long ago we had cell phones. And now we got a cell phone. It's a joy to have a cell phone. If you're stranded somewhere, your cell phone can help you. So music has improved for the better, I believe. As an artist, I totally agree with that. Though I will tell people, if I would weigh some songs from way back, they had more lyrics, and that's where I will call an artist to correct back their lyrics. Okay, you got some artists got some weird lyrics today, and I as an artist will sit to them in love, not to condemn them. Try your best when you're writing a song to have your lyrics them to be constructive for the people, because you have to send a positive message. You can't be negative, and that's the honest thing as an artist I complain about. Good music but bad lyrics. So let me keep it like it was long ago. We got now better music. Let's got even better lyrics. Or let's keep the lyrics if you want to see, but don't go to negative lyrics, cause people don't need those stuff. People need positiveness. You know what influenced me to change my style of playing? You gotta keep up with the times. You know, I was just talking a while ago about music long ago. I actually got, more into music long ago with a lot of older singers. And some people today will make fun out of that, and I tell them don't do it, because a lot of the singers long ago, their style may not be what we have today, but they were sincere with what they were saying. They were sincere. But I actually is a new school player, because you got old school and you got new school. We often hear some artists will use that. Mostly, they could use an example like when you're watching a lot of those, people from the States. And someone asked me a day, like, what does it mean of that old school and new school? It is simple. You got a long way of playing, like how people used to play before and today. I'm a more new school player. I'm more like the young people, if you will call it that way, than to enlighten it for people who don't understand it. I love a reggae, for instance, and if I'm playing a reggae, it gotta be real professional and to a level. I don't want to lay back, It have to be catchy, So I don't put on as an artist, I just be myself, And I know I got a lot of fans who like my style and appreciate that, because a lot of people say, Piper, your singing sound improved compared to where I know you was before, You sound good. Well, thank you for all that. I appreciate it. And I just want you to continue to encourage me. And one of the ways you encourage me by getting the CDs. Love is not just saying it, love is doing it, right? My growth is when you stick around people that is on a level. I think that also have a lot to do with people growing. And I don't want to be negative, but I'm going to just use an example, and I want you to understand where I'm going with this. You hang out with fools. People said, you behave foolish. We all hear that. People used to tell me that all the time. I never take it for an offense. So I hope you out there enjoying this. But I want you to get the knowledge of what I'm saying, right? Just don't judge it. Understand it. You hang around wise people, you get wise. So what I choose to do as an artist, I stick around good musicians. And I can call names if I begin. There's 2 minutes to call out there. But I have rubbed shoulder with a lot of good musicians. And I'm not saying you mustn't, hang around a musician that is not good. You can help them. If they're not to your level, you don't diss them, you don't throw them away, you try to help them. So this is not like, only hanging out with a professional and the unmature, you throw them away. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I choose to do that so I can grow. But that's not if an unmature musician want me, I can help them. And I have helped a lot of people I remember in the past. There's guys who couldn't get some songs. They called me, a Piper, could you help me how to do this? And I helped them. Because someone helped me in the past too. I was not always what I was. I remember playing bad years ago. Bad. People used to watch wrong while they're singing. What are you doing there, man? Trying me off. And could I show them what is a bad note? Could I? Okay, I will show you all what is a bad note, just for people who is not. Okay, I'm going to use the same song since we're on violence. I can use any song, but I'm just going to use violence. So I'm showing you how a bad chord can sing in the music. It can throw off everything. A while ago, you heard me play it good. I'm going to just fake this. This is not how I play. I'm just showing you. Too much violence in the land. There's no love in the heart of man. You imagine you playing like that. I remember doing those things already, playing for people. It take an honest artist to say that. But as growth, because it had moved away from too much violence in the land. That's the right chord. There's no love in the heart of man. Too much violence in the land. There's no love in the heart of man. You see, then you can do things like, I wouldn't get into that because I'm gonna go jazz, I'm gonna go blues, I'm gonna go all kind of with it. But so that's why we must always help, people who's not to the level. Because I remember, doing those things, and I remember I had people backing me up already who do that. And I felt a little funny on stage, but I don't get vexed. I try to talk to them after and said, okay, you blow it this time, try not to blow it next time, I believe we always have to have a heart to help people. That's how I want to be as an artist. Be positive. Every artist will say that they need to grow, and I, as an artist, will say definitely from experience, I haven't arrived. The day I feel that way, well, I could say, well, I'm going down, you know. And why I say that, because every day you learn something new, you know, and I believe that I desire to grow. I want to thank all those people who encourage me, you know, and I appreciate you guys, because without your encouragement, I will be discouraged, but I'm encouraged. And thank you all.
Too much violence in the land. There's no love in the heart of man. Too much violence in the land. We need more love in the heart of man. Father, sit down with his sons. Teach them not to use a gun. Praising will be their potion.